Hi everyone, I'm Bill Holcomb and welcome back to Let's Paint Watercolors. Today we're diving into a fun and a beginner-friendly watercolor project, a stormy beach landscape. There's no sketching involved and I'll walk you through the color mixing. You can also find a list of materials in the description below. Whether you're picking up a brush for the first time or just looking for a relaxing new project, you're in the right place. So grab your paints, get comfortable, and let's paint watercolors. So we start with a mixture of Payne's Grey in the middle section there. There's clear water at the top. Then we have Windsor Blue and Payne's Grey. And then over to the right, we will have some yellow ochre with a stronger mixture of yellow ochre at the top. Then with a number 12 brush, I got clear water and left gaps here and there where I want the white of the paper to show through for the clouds. We're aiming for a really stormy cloud situation. So the strong winds are wisping up the cloud formations across the ocean. Still using a number 12 round brush. And have some tissue handy because we are going to use a lifting technique as demonstrated here, where we just lift and a nice fusion takes place into the color mixture. And then you can use some clear water on your brush to just blend that together. And once again, you can use a tissue. And whilst that's still wet, lots of wet and wet going on here, we can add some more of the darker Payne's Grey mixture at the top and let it fuse in to the area of white cloud. And I'm thinking of the shapes that I want to create here, where the wind is quite strong. It's coming across from right to left and creating this upward movement for the stormy clouds. Once again, this is the English style of transparent watercolor where we use the white of the paper for our whites. Just bear in mind that if here and there you think it's a little bit strong, etc., you can use a tissue. Dry that off with a hairdryer, then go into some clear water at the horizon level, then coming down. Then yellow ochre at the very bottom. Weak at first and then a stronger mixture and come up a little. That's the beach area, coming up to where the ocean will be. Then dry that off. Then we can do the distant hillside. Could be a hillside, mountain range, whatever. Coming down to that horizon level. Where that land meets the ocean. Whilst it's still wet, you can add some darker mixture. You can use something like a number 6, number 7 brush to drop in those darks at the top of the hillside area. Let that fuse in. Then I'm just dabbing off with a little bit of tissue. And dry that off with the hairdryer. Then we've got a flat brush. You can use something like a half size. And I'm leaving some broken areas here and there, the whites of the paper, to indicate cresting waves from the ocean. And whilst it's wet, I'll add in some darker mixture with something like a quarter size flat brush. This is a nice, easy stormy cloud situation, ideal for beginners in transparent watercolor. As we get closer to the beach, I've broken up those lines some more, where the water crashes onto the beach area. Then dry that off with a hairdryer. And because we have a dark cloud situation, I'm dropping in some darks on the water, which we previously dried, to show a nice contrast of lights and darks, so shadows from the clouds hitting the water, making it as realistic as possible. Then we have a mixture of light red, some little bit of yellow ochre, and some Windsor blue, because we're going to paint in some dried grasses in the beach area. And that'll be a combination of our strong Windsor yellow or yellow ochre with a flat brush, first of all, as an underpainting. So plenty of yellow ochre being laid down there. And then you can go into your darker mixture whilst it's wet. So little tufts of grass and during areas on the beach. This serves various purposes. It also helps us push the eye up into the painting, both for it being dark in the foreground and also the direction of the various grasses pointing up into the painting. Whilst it's wet, you can drop in some darks and let them fuse together. Once again, this is meant to be as simple as possible, nice and easy for beginners. You can learn a great deal from this. You're wet in wet, especially for your skies. Then for the birds, I like an odd number. Well, I'll have 5 this time. Use something like a very small number 2 brush, point with a nice point to it. Just indicate a few seagulls there. And here we have a reveal, taking off the tape. And I think you'll find that easy to accomplish. Just a few colors, few brushes. And I look forward to seeing you next time. If you enjoyed this tutorial, give my other beginner videos a try by clicking this thumbnail.